Welcome. Thanks for joining us on the Monthly Bleed. I'm Maxine Pad.
And I'm Tammy Pond. Pleased to be here. And here are this month's headlines.
A Chinese Christian group sued the city of San Francisco over a pissoir. What the hell is a pissoir, you ask? A pissoir is an open-air urinal common in France. According to park supervisor Scott Wiener, and yes, his name is actually Scott Wiener, the pissoir cost $40,000 and was installed to help with complaints about public urination. According to the lawsuit filed by a Chinese Christian group, the open-air urination hole violates the privacy of those who need to use the restroom, but would be required to expose their bodies and suffer the shame and degradation of urinating in public view. Really, Asians? You seriously sued the city of San Francisco to keep us from laughing at your tiny dicks?
Here locally, Steamboat Springs Police Department has hired a woman to serve as police commander. It will be the first time that a woman has been a supervising officer in Steamboat Springs. The new officer was hired as a measure to create structure and discipline within the force. We imagine she will use timeout, the silent treatment, and withholding sex to discipline said officers.
We will have more news soon, but first, let's take a look at some of the world's latest headlines in a segment we like to call Sad but True News Headlines.
Washington Post, June 27th, 2016. Rapper hosts peace event is killed on the way home.
Sad but true. Reuters, June 22nd, 2016. Using Jaguar in Olympic ceremony ends up being terrible idea. Sad
But true. WSB TV, June 12th, 2016. Latest hot car death. Police dog left in patrol car.
Sad
But true.
Knoxville News Sentinel, June 12th, 2016. Bear was killed after attack on hiker. The wrong bear.
Sad but true.
Also in the news, there has been an upset in our community as reported by the Pilot. A local high school teacher is suspected of stealing a lot of stuff. By a lot of stuff, we mean $100,000 worth of stuff. One item recovered in the suspect's possession was a backhoe. The backhoe contained a note explaining how the equipment fell into the hands of the shop teacher. The letter was simply signed Bob, but was later tracked back to the suspect's mother. We are proud to release the contents of that letter. Here is how the suspect's mother explains the incident.
Dear backhoe owner, I can explain everything. The guy didn't mean to. He went downtown and got straight white girl drunk. He blacked out and forgot where he parked his car. He could not afford a cab, so he called his mom, but she didn't answer the phone. So he continued looking for his car, and he mistook the backhoe for his vehicle because he has a similar skid steer at home. The keys were in it, so he drove it home. Honestly, it's just a mistake, really. Who hasn't gotten a backhoe, a skid steer, and a car confused while white girl drunk, right? I'm sure he meant nothing by it. If anyone is to blame, it's his mom for not answering the phone. Sincerely, Mom, Bob.
A recent clinical study by Radboud University Medical Center in the Netherlands found that the chemical compound THC contained in marijuana can dissolve and remove the harmful plaque amyloid, which is believed to cause Alzheimer's disease. This is great news for potheads, as they may be less likely to develop Alzheimer's disease in old age. On the other hand, the THC in marijuana still causes memory loss for potheads. So... well, that about wraps it up for this month's news. We will see you here next month and every month after for Arts and Crafts Week at Pinney-Gamradt.
This has been the Monthly Bleed. All stories and headlines are actual stories and headlines. For real, we can't make this shit up. See you next month.